Hi, my name is Aileé and I'm a music producer and content creator based in Canada. Today I'm collaborating with Music Production for Women and I'm going to show you how I record, synchronize and work with my audio in post-production for YouTube videos and content creation. Let's get started. This is the gear I use to capture the audio in my videos. My microphone is the Deity Microphones V-Mic D3 Pro, which is essentially a mini shotgun microphone. Shotgun microphones are very directional, which means they are great at picking up sound from a source directly in front of them while minimizing background noise. It has a built-in high-pass filter and a stepless gain knob. It also charges with a USB-C cable, which is very convenient. I love it for dialogue, it sounds great on voices, it's very crisp. I highly recommend this microphone for video. When I purchased my microphone, I got the location kit, which includes this cold shoe shock mount for mounting the microphone to my camera and this pistol grip shock mount for handheld use or for placing the microphone on a mic stand or boom pole above me. It also came with a DXLR phantom power adapter, so I have the option to record audio to a larger range of devices. If your camera has a TRRS jack, you can simply plug in your microphone to the camera and record audio that way. The pros of doing that are that you will have less work to do in post-production as your audio will already be synchronized to your footage. However, I prefer to record my audio to a dedicated device because of its better preamps and because I have more control over the audio. Also, since most portable recorders have more than one input, I have the option to record a backup channel just in case. To capture my audio, I use the Zoom H6 portable recorder. As far as cables, I use an XLR cable for my microphone and two TRS cables that go from the output of my audio interface into the input of my H6. I use this to record audio directly from my DAW if I'm doing a tutorial video. I always record two channels of the audio from my DAW and the second channel always has a little less gain just in case the first channel clipped anywhere. For my setup, I use the pistol grip to mount my microphone on a stand above me. I place the microphone exactly above my head to avoid casting a shadow on my face, and as close to me as possible without it appearing on the frame. I then connect the XLR cable from the adapter into the input of the H6. I activate my track and make sure to feed it phantom power. Then I turn on the mic, engage the high-pass filter and increase the gain. Number 6 is what Deity recommends as a good place to start. I then increase the gain slightly on the H6 until I get a reading between -24 and -12 decibels. Be careful not to increase the gain too much as you don't want to pick up a lot of background noise or clip your audio if you get too loud. Do a few mic tests by talking in your regular speaking volume with the occasional loud exclamation to see where your audio is speaking. Adjust your gain accordingly. If you are getting too much background noise, then you might need to get the microphone closer to you. Since we are capturing our audio to a separate device, we will need to slate in order to synchronize audio and video in post-production. To slate, simply state what you are recording, which take you are on, and then clap once. Make sure your hands are fully visible on camera, especially if you are filming with multiple cameras to capture different angles. Once in post-production, we will use the audio spikes from our claps to line up the audio from the camera and the audio from the recorder. You can also use the visual cue of your hands coming together. Some programs have the option to synchronize automatically, but if yours doesn't, that's how you do it manually. As a bonus tip, I recommend editing out the breaths between cuts in your videos, as your final product will look more professional this way. As far as processing, I keep it quite simple. I place an EQ with a high-pass filter at 100 Hz on the vocal channel, as well as a de-esser followed by a compressor. I recommend for dialogue to sit around -12 decibels. The compressor should take care of any loud peaks, but I sometimes manually lower the volume of very loud clips, so the sudden change in loudness isn't annoying to the viewer. For the background music, I only use an EQ if necessary to cut frequencies at around 1 kHz if anything in that area is masking the consonants of the speech or around the fundamental frequency of the speaker's voice if the music is fighting with the dialogue. I make a very subtle cut of no more than 1 or 2 decibels. Since the music I use on my videos is already mastered, I don't use a compressor on this channel as the dynamics are already consistent. I recommend for the music to sit around -30 to -24 decibels. If there are any sound effects, I place an EQ with a high-pass filter and appropriate cuts to tame any frequencies that might be annoying, as well as a compressor to control the dynamics. I recommend for sound effects to sit around -30 to -24 decibels. If I have a track with the audio that I recorded directly from my DAW, I treat it in the exact same way. I recommend for that audio to sit somewhere around -24 and -18 decibels. Finally, I recommend for the overall audio level to sit somewhere around -12 decibels before limiting. On the master track, I have a limiter to push the loudness of the video to the appropriate levels for the platform where I am distributing my content. I use the Waves Loudness Meter Plus, which is both a loudness meter and a limiter. I highly recommend this tool for content creators or for music producers if you do a lot of mastering. As far as volume levels, for most social media platforms, I aim for -14 LUFS. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to Music Production for Women and to check out the music production courses they offer on their website. My name is Aileé and you can find me on Instagram and on YouTube as well. Thank you very much for watching.